Once upon a time in the colorful town of Sweetville, there lived a group of mischievous kids who loved two things more than anything else: adventure and, of course, jellybeans. They called themselves the Jellybean Crew, and their leader was a boy named Max who wore a bright red cap that was almost bigger than his head. One sunny Saturday morning, Max gathered his friends Lily, the queen of hopscotch, Sam, the master of hide and seek, and me, the best storyteller in town. "Listen up, crew," Max shouted, his red cap bobbing as he spoke. "I've heard rumors that the legendary Jellybean King has hidden a giant treasure chest full of jellybeans somewhere in Sweetville." Eyes wide with excitement, the kids cheered. "Let's find it," they shouted in unison. The Jellybean Crew set off on their hunt, armed with nothing but their wits and the map that Max had drawn on the back of his mom's grocery list. The first clue led them to the park where they had to solve a riddle left by the Jellybean King himself. "I'm tall and green, I sway in the breeze, you might climb me if you're feeling at ease, then what am I?" Lily jumped up and down. "A tree. It's a tree." They raced to the biggest tree in the park, but when they got there, they found something unexpected. A squirrel was sitting at the base, munching on jellybeans. "Hey, you little bandit." Max, the squirrel, looked up startled, and then tossed the jellybean into the air, catching it in its tiny paws. "Find us, KEEPERSIT," chattered back, before darting up the tree. The kids laughed, and "We just have to outsmart the squirrel," Sam said, grinning. They decided to distract the squirrel with a shiny object. Mia pulled out her sparkly hairpin and tossed it to the ground. The squirrel, curious as ever, scampered down to investigate. "Now's our chance," Max whispered. They quickly snatched the jellybeans and took off running, giggling as they watched the squirrel try to juggle the hairpin and the jellybean at the same time. With their first treasure in hand, they raced to the next clue, which led them to the candy store. The shopkeeper, Mr. Sweetman, was known for his love of candy and his terrible puns. "Welcome, kids. What brings you here today?" "MR," Sweetman asked, his eyes sparkling with mischief. "We're looking for the Jellybean King's treasure," Max declared proudly. "MR," then Sweetman chuckled and said, "Well, you know what they say. Life is sweet, but it is the jellybeans that are the treat." He then pointed to a giant candy jar on the counter. "If you can guess how many jellybeans are in this jar, you can have them all." The kids stared at the jar, which was filled to the brim with color. 247. Lily guessed. "Higher," Mr. Sweetman said with a wink. 389. Sam shouted. "Higher," Mr. Sweetman laughed. Finally, Mia took a deep breath and said, "I think it is 532. Mr. Sweetman burst out laughing. "Nope, but you are closer than you think. The answer is 1,000 jellybeans." The kids gasped. 1,000 jellybeans. "That is a lot." Mr. Sweetman grinned. "But I will make you a deal. If you can make me laugh with a joke, I will give you a bag of jellybeans." Max thought hard and then shouted, "Why did the jellybean cross the road?" "Why?" Mr. Sweetman asked, raising an eyebrow. "To get to the other side of the candy aisle." Mr. Sweetman laughed so hard he almost dropped the jar. "All right, kids, you win. Here is a bag of jellybeans." With their bag of jellybeans in hand, the Jellybean Crew raced back to their secret hideout, ready to celebrate their victory. They sat in a circle, sharing jellybeans and telling silly stories. As the sun set over Sweetville, the kids realized that the real treasure was not just the jellybeans but the fun and laughter they shared along the way.